All right, peace, family. Drop Power, King Gates. Let's get right into it. How can we become a world class people? Land, food, clothing, shelter. Now, where can we get land? Because once we, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Because once we get some land, we gonna need agriculture so we can eat. And then once we get that, we can build. Then once we can build, then we can start economics, trading and distribution. You see what I'm saying? And then, because you got to get the basics together first. You see what I'm saying? Once you get those basics together, see, we certain skills we lost as a people. You see what I'm saying? But it's still inside us to go out here, and make a way. You see what I'm saying? And do it ourselves. You see what I'm saying? We shall emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Nobody else can free our minds but us, and free us but us. You see what I'm saying? You know, so we talking about land. Land, America, we talked about that. You can't have a nation within a nation. You see what I'm saying? We're not gonna be able to go beg these people and say, we indigenous Americans, we was always here, this, that, and the third. I hear what you're saying, but they just not gonna be hearing it. We talk about something we can see in our lifetime. You see what I'm saying? Asia, the islands, that's already ours. We need to, certain neighborhoods in the islands, all the southern hemisphere, and even in the Americas, we got to clean up our neighborhood and start there. You see what I'm saying? Clean up the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Get the drug addicts and shit up off the streets and shit. Try to get them a job. Get them clean. This, that, and the third. You can't just walk by and say, "Oh, fuck them." Them is your peoples. You see what I'm saying? You just can't walk by and just, they ain't. You know what I'm saying? If a bum come up and ask you for some money, but like, nah, brother, I got something for you. And you take him right around the corner, get him their application at that Burger King so he don't want to have to ask for no quarters no more. You see what I'm saying? Because, see, you can give a man a fish. You see what I'm saying? But if you teach him how to fish, he always be able to eat. You see, and that's what I'm saying. Food, clothing, shelter. Baby, you got babies. We got to eat. You see what I'm saying? But we going to need that land. And, the only place I know, they're gonna give a black man land. Uh, let's think. Oh, Al Kebulan. You see what I'm saying? Nowhere else is gonna do that for the black people, man. I'm just gonna be real. You're not gonna do that in America and anywhere down there in them islands. It's gonna be up to the people, but you know how they do. Always try to keep us economically deprived from us ever being able to build a nation. Every time we build, try to do that over here. Then when I ain't gonna, go through the groups. Y'all know the groups. You see what I'm saying? From the islands to the South America, North America, all over the place. Every time we try to come together and do something for self, they come kick it over. You see what I'm saying? That's why I be saying we need to go home. You see what I'm saying? We can build us a nation. You see what I'm saying? Imagine, you know, we didn't link with our brothers and sisters that's already there. You see what I'm saying? We like, boom, we go holler, and he might sector us off a nice look, and we go to build, and brothers and sisters is already doing. You see, if you keeping up with it. But that's what we gonna have to do, family, to step to the table of respectability in the world as a world class people. We gonna have to do that. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to just be out here. The Chinese got China, the white Europeans got Europe, all of it. See, they'll unite with that. You see what I'm saying? They'll unite with that. You know what we do? We fight about that. You see what I'm saying? But you know, we over here got all the resources in the world. Everybody feeding off our land, and we sitting over here struggling. You see what I'm saying, y'all? We can't be money ain't gonna be, because you see, we already got black people with money. They not feed nobody. They not really, but they do the best that they can. You see what I'm saying? But if we gonna come to the table of respectability, we gonna need land, food, clothing, and shelter. We gonna need. That mean we gonna need architects, blacksmiths. You see what I'm saying? I was looking at the primitive people earlier and shit, and they was going in the river and picking up rocks that had a high concentration of copper, and they was busting the rocks down because You know, they always try to talk about the Stone Age. You know, they'll show, you know, the so-called, I say ancient man. They say primitive man. They'll say the ancient man was over there banging rocks together and trying to make it look all goofy like the Flintstones or whatnot. But in reality, I'm looking at them and they taking them down because they showing you the skills. I watched it and I showed y'all that the skills on how they built the pyramids down there in Mexico, how they bust the blocks down, you know, and make concrete and reshape the block, and so you would have a concrete block. But anyway, they was going to get copper rocks, and they was busting them down and melting out the copper out the rock. But they had to build the heat up enough, so they had to build a furnace, and it was like a tall furnace, and they put all the rocks in there, melted it, pulled the rocks out, poured water on it, and then that got the impurities off of it, and it was just straight copper. It almost looked like gold, pure copper. You see what I'm saying? They remelted that copper and was shaping arrowheads and axes and knives. And I'm like, hold on. That ain't that's not no Stone Age. You see what I'm saying? That means the ancient man knew of the alchemy. They knew on what the minerals was, what each rock was. You see what I'm saying? They could tell the difference between the rock that got steel in it, a rock that got gold in it, and a rock that got copper in it. So primitive man, you can't. They had high technology because if you look at what they was making, it's beautiful. I was like, so imagine, you know, uh, how they, we'll just say the Mayans and how they took them down. Imagine all them civilizations. Imagine them for the first time thinking they gonna see some savage people, and then I don't know what they seen, but I'm seeing from what these, you know, ancient people's skills they doing. Man, yo. So imagine how it was in Africa when you got the top level of skill. You see what I'm saying? But see, that's what we gonna have to do. We gonna have to go back carpenters, blacksmiths. You going while we in the West, we get the skills that we need to take back home to do what we need to do. We go home and teach them skills. You see what I'm saying? To the brothers and sisters. You see what I'm saying? Just like that. But that's what we gonna need: land, food, clothing, and shelter. I don't want to keep y'all too long on this video, but that's what we gonna have to do. And the first thing normally when you say how we gonna become a world class people, you see what I'm saying? The first thing we usually say, oh, unity. Yeah, but you know at this time, man, unity is kind of, but we can all have the same idea and be moving in the same direction. We could at least do that. You see what I'm saying? If we can't agree on nothing else, we could be like, okay, you know, we got the same idea, the same problem, so we need to come up with somewhat the same solution so we can move in one direction. You know what I mean? But have multiple things going at one time, even though we spread out, we all moving in one line, one concrete direction. So that's how we can step to the table of respectability as a people and become a world class people. Thank y'all. Drop out. Coming right back.